Okay, as I'm approaching the end of this again, quite honestly, maybe just a single row of stitches down the center might prove sufficiently strong with the wrap. But if there were a catastrophic failure of this loop area joint at just the wrong time, the consequences could be my dog gets hurt. And since I'm putting this on YouTube, it means your dog will get hurt. And I don't want the responsibility for that. And I can tell you that I can tell a very large difference between the strength of this joint from putting that single row of stitches through the middle, right down the middle of the rope, and after having sewn down either side of the rope as a final measure of security. And so I have a whole lot more trust overall in the strength of this joint. I'm doing this on a tripod with trying to zoom in as far as I can. I know I'm jerking it all over the place. Sorry about that, but you're getting this free, so you get what you pay for. And the most important thing is, I think that you can get from this video exactly what's going on here. Now, here's the way I finish it off. If you wanted to, you can pull it through like this, wrap the thread around it, and get you a little knot there, if that's what trips your trigger. Personally, I think that if you go through here and loop it around and go through again, and basically just stick it through all kinds of things here, it's going to be impossible for that to work out, work loose. It's just not going to happen, because that wrap is going to be over the top of it, and that is hard as a rock. Okay, so now what we're going to do is trim off the string, and there's our loop. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is get my wrap ready to go. Now, this is basically a simple hangman's noose type situation. Took a little bit of thought to get it to where, I think it works out really great now. Get you a little loop. You can work with the length. I like to make sure I've got a nice little size loop up here at the top, because that's whenever I wrap it all the way around, I'm going to stick it through here, and that's going to lock it down. And I want enough hanging off here at the bottom that I can get a firm grip on it, so I can pull it down through there and seal it. And then I lay both of those in there like this. Now here's my little key. Rather than take this rope and go across here, because then it's going to have a tendency to kind of angle up, I go between the two pieces of rope, and then I start around. You can go either way. This time I guess I think I'll go this way. And this part's the tricky part. You want to get really close with this wrap up here to this melted joint and pull it tight. Make sure you got your loop going down through there. By getting close to that melted portion, then you don't have to worry about your wrap moving down any and separating. And I think probably, at least in my opinion, getting this first one really tight and flat against the other one is going to affect a lot of the look that you're going to wind up with on your final product. Okay, I'm going to zoom out a little bit here. Hold on just a second. I think maybe an overall view would be better for you at this point. What I'm doing is I'm watching the back. I get my back lined up, I pull it really tight, roll it over so I can get the front, pull it really tight. All the time, every time I lay down one of these, I'm making sure that the new piece of wrap that I'm putting down is sitting directly adjacent to the one below it. So we got a nice tight wrap. And I have to admit, I could start this over, but I'm not. The back of the wrap, this wrap is turning out a little bit like this. Aesthetically, if I didn't say anything, nobody will notice. Functionally, has no effect whatsoever. Okay, now this is going to take me some time to complete. I'm going to pause it again, and I'll get back to you whenever I'm ready for the next step.